So, hi out there. We are in the Mi-24. This is my first mission with a helicopter to do a video of. So I picked something easy to not make an idiot out of me the first try. Let's get right into it. We'll take off from an amphibious transport dock, and I never done that, so it might get interesting. Yeah, and obviously I haven't wasted any thought about getting it landed here later. Now we don't want to collide with the superstructure of the ship, and there's nothing behind us, so let's drift a bit backwards before doing anything stupid. Yeah, good.
Turning on weapons.
So one of the most important things to do in the hind is to tell your gunner Petrovich to activate the weapons. This will take him about 2 minutes, and you won't be able to shoot anything before he's done. So when you arrive at your target and you see you forgot to tell him, this can be a really long time to hang around.
107 в воздухе.
So let's talk about the mission itself. Our HQ has decided we need to take a nearby airport to deliver troops and material. They're obviously a bit short staffed, so they only can spare some lightly armored vehicles. Since the enemy has a few old tanks and also some lighter machinery, they won't be able to take the airport without our help. There's a problem though. The enemy also has some AA capabilities. Intel shows that there's a short-range AA on the southern end of the runway and a 35mm Gepard near the northern end.
107. Возврат на точку. На 70.
I don't have the slightest idea what you want to tell me, but yeah. There's also some infantry around, so we might encounter manpads too. So we have a lot of time on our hands while moving to the target. Let's see what we bring to the table. Our hind is equipped with 8 ATGMs. The most important thing about them is the fact that they outrange the short-range SAM and the Gepard if used correctly. Talking about the SAM, it's not really that dangerous. We know where it is, we outrange it, and we can distract it with flares if needs be. The Gepard, on the other hand, is very scary. It puts out a lot of shells, and since they're 35mm, they really hurt. We also don't outrange it by a lot, so it might get off some shells before we can kill it. And some are enough. We also have some unguided AP rockets to clean up leftovers, and a very good 30mm fixed cannon, in case we're out of rockets and no targets. So now we moved a little closer to the target, and we already can see the airport. Remember, we had that SAM on the southern end of the runway. That will be our first target.
Commander weapons ready. Engage unit wheel. Target search. Target in sight. Get me closer. Out of range. Launch.
Now a lot of things happened at the same time. Petrovich was done with activating the weapons, and we told him to fire when ready. We were already pretty close to launch distance, so we could not waste time and pick the Avenger, which is the short-range SAM, as our target. He might not yet know it, but he's already dead.
Oh, target destroyed. Observe off.
What we do now is immediately turn to not drift into the range of the Gepard. If it wasn't there, we could have taken down one or two more targets, but with such a potent AA defense, it is better not to get greedy and just take it one step after another. You see, the Hind is an old design and has some not really flaws, but things you need to know. For instance, you cannot just turn around, aim and fire. Its sight needs some time to adjust, so it's always a good idea to have some extra distance before attacking. Otherwise, you may find yourself in range of something you'd rather not be.
Observe on. Searching. Observe activated. Looking for targets. Searching for targets. Target in sight. Get me closer. Out of range. Launch.
Now I just want to turn away one more time. Maybe we can find that manpads I was talking about earlier.
Looking for targets.
Our gunner Petrovich has a keen eye. There he is. Let's get him. That's him.
Tracking target. Engaging. Ready to fire.
Poor guy takes an ATGM right to the forehead. Sorry.
In range. Launch.
Well, anyway, now that there's nothing more here that can hurt us, we can be a lot more aggressive.
Good effects. Searching for targets. Target acquired. Target in range. Good effects on target. Target search. Target in sight. Launch. approaching. Target acquired. Ready to fire. Launch. Yeah, good effects on target.
Well, as you can
Observe
see,
bomb.
of course, they're shooting at us, but it's all small caliber weapons, which really can't hurt us. Mi-24 can soak up a lot of damage. After all, that's what we pay the ground crews for, right?
Target in sight. Ready to fire. Engage. No more missiles left. Commander.
And as Petrovich said, we're all out of ATGMs now. We will clean up the rest with rockets.
Good effects on target.
Let me reiterate real quick. Some of you might not have realized what just happened. I blew almost the entire rocket load of the helicopter for one lousy striker. Now you see why I love Petrovich. At least his ATGMs land in the same postcode as the target. Well, it doesn't matter. We're done here anyway. But wonders do happen. The light armor, which I made way too slow in the editor, has made it through the town and is now heading for the gates of the airport. They should be able to clean out the infantry still around. Yeah, they already seem to have some fun down there, so let's help them out a bit. Okay, they're all dead now, it seems. Nobody's shooting at me anymore. So let's call it a day and fly home. Now we can worry about this landing I was talking about earlier. Well, the Mi-24 has a bit of a reputation about being not so easy to land. If you ask me, there's some truth to it. Of course, I'm not a very good pilot, but it took me quite a while to land the thing safely compared to the other copters I flew. But no excuses, it has to happen. I guess it's easiest to come from the back in a straight line. Should not be much harder than a landing on the ground then. Theoretically. Right now you see one of the problems with landing the hind. To brake, or precisely to not accelerate, you need to have some nose up attitude. Doesn't help at all yet that you don't see where you're going, right? God, I hope that flagpole at the end of the flight deck is not real. Of course, when I finally landed, they fold down the railing and that flagpole at the back. Yeah, but that was it. I hope you enjoyed. Maybe see you again. Bye.